Let's think back to the last time you were sick. Did you feel like that was a good experience or a bad experience? No one likes to be sick. I don't like to be sick. I don't like anyone in my family to be sick. So, the problem is that people who are not washing their hands, employees, pass those cold viruses and germs around to everyone, and it comes back in a circle. I know that for the elderly and for people who have autoimmune diseases, it's very easy for them to catch the common cold, more so than other people who don't have an autoimmune disease or don't have something wrong with them. But all of that could be prevented if we just all wash our hands. If you wash your hands before you start a task, in the middle, if you have time to stop and wash your hands. And then also, when you finish a task, you should wash your hands. The problem is that the spread of common cold is you can easily stop that by just washing your hands every few minutes, or when you get a chance, wash your hands. The CDC, the Center for Disease Control, they published an article in 2016 that states that adults have colds, the common cold, at least 2 to 3 times a year. So what if that can stop with us by just washing our hands and preventing that? Then we wouldn't have to go through having a cold every 2 or 3 times a year. We could just stop that with us. And then the Alliance for Consumer Education published an article in 2016 that says the spread of a cold is hand washing and washing your hands often. So almost every website that you go to, they're going to recommend that the first action that you take is to prevent getting a cold is to wash your hands. Also, the commoncolded.org, published by Jack Gwaltney in 2016, says hand washing kills germs and bacteria from colds and other viruses that can be passed from person to person. So almost every website that you go to see how you can prevent a cold is telling you the same thing. If you just wash your hands, then you can be part of this to prevent making someone else sick, or you getting sick, or your family getting sick. Adults miss work all the time for being sick, whether it's for them or their children or a family member being sick. The common cold isn't severe, but it can be pretty bad if you get sick. So by washing your hands often with soap and water, that would be the solution to this problem. Wash your hands often, scrub them vigorously, make sure that you're cleaning them with soap and water, so that you can kill the germs and bacteria that are on your hands. Also, if you just, if we can just help each other to break this cycle, remind each other, hey, did you just touch something? You need to go wash your hands. Let's go wash our hands. Constant reminders of let's go wash our hands so that we don't get sick. Clean your desk off. Clean your desk every day so that people aren't getting the spread of disease, because everything that you touch gets your germs and someone else's on it. If you touch a doorknob handle, that's spreading your germs. If you're touching your steering wheel, that's spreading your germs. If you're touching cell phones, you lay your cell phone down, you pick up someone else's germs with your cell phone. So if you're just washing your hands, then those bacteria and viruses cannot, it's not as easily spread. So picture this in your mind. Picture like you've seen science projects before where they show the bacteria and germs on your hands. So picture if you didn't wash your hands all day. Think about in your head how many of those small germs and bacteria and virus are on your hands. And when they do the black light and they test your hands, and there's all these little small germs and bacteria and all these other kinds of diseases on your hands. But you can prevent that by just washing your hands. So my call to action is for employees to just wash their hands and continually wash their hands and just keep on so that you're not spreading germs, and protect your own family and everyone else around you. This can stop with us if we just decide to break the circle of spreading germs. So this concludes my video for preventing common cold germs by washing your hands.